Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of August 15th. If you haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If that sounds cool to you, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're always up to date on the advice that the cards have for you. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Amethyst, the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with White Crystal, and the Tarot de Marseille with Tiger's Eye. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. If you are drawn to more than one, that's fine. You might have a combination of messages. And of course, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, the timestamps are right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what the week has in store for you as far as advice goes. You should know that while I was shuffling, the Knight of Swords flipped over. I don't know if that means anything, but we shall find out shortly. So, right out of the gate, we have a scary looking card, and the optimistic card is in reverse. Let's throw some more cards down. Okay, so based off of these 4 cards, before I even look at the middle card, which I can tell right now is in reverse, I'm getting a feeling of growing pains. It's almost as if, something that I say often for the Ten of Swords is that for something to begin, sometimes another thing needs to end. The ending that is symbolized by the Ten of Swords, it often feels dramatic. Often through the experience of going through it, it feels like the world is ending. However, this is a pip card. It's not like it was the Tower or anything major like that. But that it often feels like a Tower moment. And I will say right out of the bat, don't let this get in the way of your sense of progress. I don't want to belabor the point that I would like to make too much before at least flipping over. Speak of the devil. Now, that would have been funny if the devil, would have been the bottom card here. So we have a mostly reversed reading with the Tower in the middle. So that puts a dampener on what I was saying. But one thing to note is that the point I was making with my spiel on the Ten of Swords is that I think it is true that sometimes for something new to begin, something has to come to an end. And I think that based on the fact that you have a tower here at in the middle of your cross, what I get is that what is coming to an end is an old way of doing things, or whatever was holding you back from bringing forth something into the world. Of all the cards to have upright in your reading, if you're going to have an almost entirely reverse reading, the Empress is a good card to have upright here. So, you know how when you are creating something, that once the thing is created, some things will never be the same after that point. And I think that the message is, and as a reminder, cards generally mean the same thing, whether they are upright or in reverse, okay? So don't let the drama, and I know I'm putting it lightly given that you have a Tower reverse here, but don't let the violent, dramatic nature of whatever is being shaken down to its foundation interfere with your ability to, with your self-image. The Chariot reversed is saying that you are a champion. And although, again, the sun rising in the background of the Ten of Swords here is indicative of the sun having set on something beforehand. Although you are a champion, one of the meanings of the Chariot is to be able to make things that are opposites work together. And the fact that it's in reverse combined with the Tower and the Ten of Swords here, it's kind of like one of these sphinxes here will not be pulling the Chariot. And I would take this as an indicator that whatever you are creating or are on the cusp of creating might be your other sphinx to help you pull the Chariot along to the victory that you seek. So I understand that things like this can feel harsh and violent. I use the word violent a lot when the Tower comes up because, Jesus Christ, just look at this card. The violent nature of it is self-evident, I would say. But just remember that ultimately, and I know these words are going to sound empty, but I'm gonna say them anyway before continuing. What you have lost, you will find that you are able to proceed without it and that it was never necessary. I'm not saying it wasn't nice to have. I'm saying it wasn't necessary. Like, again, coming back to the Sphinx that is lost, metaphorically in the Chariot card here. The fact is that through the creative process, you can replace the Sphinx with something that is potentially better. Don't let this interfere with your sense of creativity and boldness, which is emphasized by the Queen of Wands reverse here. I am definitely tempted to pull an advice card, which is the Wheel of Fortune. You see, boy, don't hate me, Group 1, but the words blessing in disguise came to me. You know, pulling over the Wheel of Fortune with this Tower reversed in the middle of your cross and the Ten of Swords at the top here. You know what? If I'm going to go with cliches, I might as well go all out. One day you might look at this week and laugh. And just know that it's part of the process and it's temporary and won't last forever. And certainly do not let it affect your sense of self-worth. I think by staying true to your intentions, staying true to what your heart desires, and to just create your way forward, you can replace whatever Sphinx has been lost. But again, the wheel keeps turning, and sometimes something has to come to an end to set you up for the fresh start. I have looped, speaking of wheels turning, I've looped many times in this reading, but thank you very much, Group 1. I wish you the best, and I will invite you to use the timestamps in the description below to consult your Oracle card. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you. There we go. So right out of the gate, we have some disappointment, which is reinforced by the Sun card reversed. Next, okay. Actually, I'm going to throw down the middle card. Ooh, we have a Tower for you as well. Group 1 also had the Tower in the middle of their cross. This is looking like a very intense week for a lot of people here. I don't know. You know, there was an astrological alignment which happened at the beginning of the month, and it's feeling like you know, Mars entering Gemini at the end of the week, which it might be coming to factor into how intense this week feels. I know that the Tower is the Golden Dawn associated the Tower card to the planet Mars, but I don't want to belabor that point too much. But anyway, coming back to your actual reading, this is a pretty clear indication to not let yourself get discouraged by what has been lost and to continue to create your way forward. This is a very, very similar message that I gave to group one. Some of you might be here from group one. Don't hate me. I'm a very thorough shuffler, all right? But coming back to you, group two, I think that for you, part of what can help guide you through this tower moment and help the medicine go down easily, because this is medicine, even though it doesn't feel like it. And it certainly doesn't feel like it with this line here, you know, Three of Swords, Tower, and Sun reversed here. It feels like a very, very bitter pill to swallow. But don't let the disappointment stop you from moving forward. And I think that by just working your way through the pain and the disappointment, that you can come to the balance and healing that the star represents. The star is the card that follows the tower, actually. And I often say this, you know, the star is a card of healing and regeneration. What are you healing from? You're healing from the trauma of the tower, shaking everything down to its foundation, you know? So it is important to keep in mind that no matter what has been lost, you will find by proceeding to move forward and to grind and to keep iterating and getting better through repetition at whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, that you were able to proceed without it, because the foundation that was below the tower will remain strong and is eternal, dare I say. So I think for you, group two, the essence for you is to keep putting one foot in front of the other despite the disappointment, and through that process, that you can find the healing and the joy that can help you overcome the disappointment of the tower moment. Because there is a long-lasting abundance available to you. Right now, it's kind of on pause, so to speak. But I think that ultimately, and I'm going to say this for the last time, by working through this process and not letting it stop you, that is how you can turn this star card upright and even the sun card upright. I'm reminded of that quote, you know, it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up and keep moving forward. Let this be the week where you prove that saying to yourself, group two. And on that note, I will thank you for watching, and I will invite you to use the timestamps below to jump to your oracle card reading. All right, group three, I will let you know that the unnamed 13th trump card, commonly known as the death card in future decks, flipped over while I was shuffling your deck. So let's see what the week has in store for you, as is customary. Well, I'll tell you this, group three. Every group had the tower in it. But at least your tower isn't in the middle of your cross. So this looks actually a little high. Let me bring this down a little. And you know the deal. I am going to stare at these cards in silence for a bit, and I will see you again right now. Group three, I have the feeling that this week is going to bring about a major aha moment for you, which is reinforced by the Ace of Swords here and the Judgment card. And you have two sixes in your reading, which sixes in general are about success. So this is looking like a very optimistic reading, although it might not feel like it for the people around you. I have the nagging feeling that in this Tower card, that you are the one to bring about this massive change. And I think that, okay, there are a couple possibilities here. Assuming that you are the one to bring about this major change, I don't think that I wouldn't expect to have people patting you on the back for whatever moment of clarity and success comes about this week for you, given the fact that whatever sudden major moment of clarity might end up manifest in you giving a major wake-up call to people who are not ready to hear what you have to say or the truth that you bring to the table from this moment of clarity. But know that I would take this reading here as an omen that no matter what the people around you say, that this sword here is important to bring about some kind of success. And it's going to require some creativity. But one thing is for sure, you know, geez, I said this in the other two readings also, I'm pretty sure. But for the next thing to begin, sometimes the old thing has to come to an end. And the sudden major moment of clarity that is resounding in this line here might not feel that good for the people around you. Now, the other way to interpret this is that through some major calamity, that is what will bring about this moment of clarity, in which case you're the one who might not feel like this is, oh, wow, great, I'm learning all these lessons and it's going to feel like shit while you're going through it. That is another possibility. I'm not happy either way, whether you're the one who feels like you're going through shit and, in a couple months or years or whatever, you look back on this week and laugh about it, or whether you're the one putting the people around you through that shit. No matter which side of that coin that you're on, they're gonna be people who feel like, the walls of Jericho are tumbling down, and it's important to keep that in mind. So in order to make the medicine go down more easily, the spoonful of sugar, that's going to require some creative thinking, whether you're the one swallowing this very bitter medicine or whether you're the one, making other people swallow it. But do know that this, the Six of Wands in the middle of your cross here is very optimistic, especially when reinforced with the Six of Coins next to it. So, again, I think that whatever major aha moment is in store for you, I would remember that with great power comes great responsibility, to quote Spider-Man's dead Uncle Ben. It is, heavy weighs the head that wears the crown or whatever. Please keep in mind that no matter what this tower moment represents for you, that the clarity that is gained either from it or before it will be good in the big picture. So yeah, that felt like a mic drop right there. So group 3, I will invite you to stay tuned for your oracle card reading, which is coming up right now. Oh boy, that was quite the reading, am I right, guys? In case you only watched one reading, oh wait, I put these backwards. In case you only watched one reading, just know that all 3 of them were intense. All 3 readings had the tower in it. So it's looking like an intense week, and hopefully these oracle cards will give the necessary perspective that my particular reading was not, might not have given. Give me a second to adjust this. Yeah, that's close enough. All right, Group A, your card is Caution. So this is a warning to proceed with caution. Basically, I would take this as a yellow light. It doesn't mean to stop what you're doing. It means to be aware of the situation. And this is this week for you, Group A, is the name of the game is situational awareness. And to be clear, to make sure that you consider the long-term implications of the choices that you make this week, because again, reinforcing the themes for this entire video so far, it's looking like a big week, and don't let it stop you from moving forward towards where you want to go. You can make progress. Just, be careful. Group B with the Moonology Oracle, your card is Full Moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. I know that depending on the reading that I gave you, look at the bigger picture might sound like empty words. However, there is, within the intensity that this week has in store for you, there are gems that can serve as opportunities to lead to something huge. And it is important to be on the lookout for those gems, even though they might feel like knives being plunged into your heart in the moment of it, but there are gems in there. Yeah, so Group C with the Tower Oracle, your card is Deliverance. This is I Ching hexagram number 46. And the key words are release, relief, a fresh approach, liberation from obstruction, finding a solution, exhilaration. This is, here's the thing. Given the release from obstruction and exhilaration, I have a feeling that for you, I have a feeling that for those of you who picked this card, it's going to be easier for you to realize the bigger picture and how the intensity of this week can serve as fuel for the next thing. Hopefully, well, actually, it doesn't matter. Whether that came from my reading for you or whether it comes from your perspective as you go into this week, just remember that, you know, when you turn on a light, or when you turn on some kind of electric device, there's an initial jolt that from some perspectives can feel very uncomfortable, but that make it possible to move forward from there with all the power that the electricity has to provide. So just remember that whatever this week throws at you, figure out a way, or at least be open to the possibility that this can be fuel for you to take things to the next level. And finally, Group D with the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle, your card is Remembrance. It's a nice pattern there. And I think I pulled this card recently too. The text under it reads, the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. I'm going to say the meme phrase that I said last time I pulled this card from the movie Starship Troopers. Remember your training and you will come back alive. I think that this is... wait, there was a phrase in here that really leapt out to me. Our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body. So either whatever this week throws at you is something that you have gone through before or something very similar to it. And if something truly new jumps out at you this week and takes you at unawares, try to remember if there was something that you've dealt with before that has lessons that you can use to deal with this new situation and kind of map it to that. That will be a very good strategy for you this week, Group D. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you have yourself a great week. Thanks again for watching. You take care. I'll see you soon.